it's time to show you another video, and I need to record this, but I have some news now. I no longer keep the files of the videos I make because right after publishing them, I delete the files because .mkv files are huge video files, and they just take up a lot of storage on my laptop. But let's get into the video. Now, welcome to beta 1.7.3. First, let me show you the corner Farlands, and here's it. 2.99235, 2.99235, and then and if I go to 4.194.304.194.419, this makes them generate exactly at 4.194.304, or 4,194,304, or which means that they only last for 4 blocks. Oh my God! How am I saying this? I'm saying they generate at 4,194,304, and they only last 4 blocks. Before the repeating spawn chunklet. So yeah, 4,194 or 4,194,304.129.0. And this will load a repetitive spawn chunk point. And as you can see, the Farlands look different. And also, they got cut off immediately by my own spawn point. And yes, if you go forward, you might notice that the spawn point, that the fake spawn on chunk stops, and instead it shows these massive Farlands tunnels. Now this is actually the corner Farlands, even though I'm in the edge. And actually, the corner Farlands is a Farlands, but put on their side, upside down because of bottom generate and other things as well. Now, only the first 4 blocks ever generate like actual Farlands terrain, and then we get into the corner, and it's even crazier at 4.194.129.4.194.304 in both directions. You can actually sort of see it. Now, since I've never been here in the Z, event, and probably the repeating spawn chunk does not happen at the Z at this point, the Z does generate, and here's what the side looks like. Even though it's very stretched out, as you can see, it's just like this. It's just like these side artifacts, which often appear on the side. And over there, you can see the normal giant lumps of Farlands. It's a giant lump of blocks, if you ever see one of those things. It's like a hill. The Farlands in this world generate like a hill, a giant lump of blocks. Or who cares about what I'm saying? You don't need to hear me. Wait, anyways, once the terrain actually gets cut off at this point, it does not do this at this point. It only happens in both directions. Now I need to keep going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long is it going to take me till I... Oh my God! I've not been getting to the corner at all. I need to go back to the corner. This is the edge. This is actually the Z. The Z does cut off, but not the X. let me get back to the normal side. This is a corner. This is a Z. That is the X. And then there's the corner. And the corner is just cut off. Here's the corner. That part does not appear. And yes, this is the corner. And here's what the X actually looks like. Very different from the normal Farlands. And then you can see the corner is just like normal. And then I'm going to show you what it's like to be in the Bedrock Edition Farlands all the time. 168.16832. 1.6832. So, and this will obviously go to, and basically, it's just the same but Bedrock Edition. This might be actually half of the number of the original number. I'm not sure, but as you can see, 7456665E61290. You'll see the Farlands are so repetitive. Because this is just how they generated. This is actually due to this number being the chunk. This number overwriting the chunks itself in the Farlands, making them to repeat it. And this usually happens because chunks are governed by 32-bit floats, not 64-bit doubles. So as you can see, the float the integer is just stuck and the float is still going. So the float is still generating terrain on the inside, but the terrain is just constantly repeating in the tunnels. In Bedrock Edition, there was this artifact where there were these giant holes in the Farlands, and this does generate. If I ever want to speed up the terrain, it will look like a giant checkerboard on the top sometimes. And also, it generates with a real Bedrock Edition corner Farlands. So if I go to a corner, you might realize that there's no corner Farlands Fringelands. Instead, you'll see what the Bedrock Edition corner Farlands actually look like without the sky grid generating. There's not enough detail in the first 3 E4 block patterns in them to really see what they look like. But this is what the Bedrock Edition corner Farlands actually look like. Don't mind, but this is totally using Java Edition C. And then there's this diagonal pattern. Go to antvenomy subreddits if you want to see a mod which actually re-enables the Bedrock Edition Farlands.